Hello, I hope you are doing good with stay home. Take care yourself and work hard to study well. Today I am going to introduce Matlab. Matlab is a scientific software for simulations. As I already know, some of you are new to use Matlab. First of all, I would like to introduce basic of Matlab. I have divided my lesson into 5 parts. First, I will talk about the basic. Second, arrays. Third, loops and execution, that means if else and while loop. Fourth, Matlab files using script and function files. Fifth, program output and plotting. Let's go and open the Matlab. Here I already installed Matlab in my computer. If you want to download it, you can Google it. You can download it from MathWorks or from the first link you got from Google. I'm using Matlab 2017 version, and when it is open, it looks like this. Matlab window has several components. First, command window, workspace, current folder, and you can see the details. For example, I want to assign number 5 for a variable. I will type a equal 5 and I just enter. If you want to see the result of a, you can type a and enter. Likewise, you can if you want to open a new script, just go new and click on script, then it will open a new editor. You can type your code in here and you can see the result in here. First of all, you have to save the script. Save as. You can give a name, you can make a folder and channel coding. You can give example, something, a name, and save. Okay, this is about the Matlab window. Next, I will talk about arrays. Before that, I want to mention one thing. In our code blocks, we have 3 main components. One is input, second one is computation, and third one is output. So we use arrays in section 1 or section 2. Basic data types, that's the main thing in Matlab. Usually in our programming language, we have to mention the data type, but in Matlab, we don't need to predefine variable. Once we assign a value, that variable automatically take the data type. And under the arrays, we have 3 main things. One is scalar, second one is vector, and third one is matrix. I will show you the example of scalar matrix. Scalar matrix means we can assign any value to scalar variable. We can make a vector like this, b equal, you have to use the square brackets, 4, 5, 6, and close using square brackets. Then this is a vector matrix, vector array. And the third one is array, c equal using square brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a matrix. In this matrix, we use comma to separate 2 elements and semicolons to separate 2 arrows. Then you will get 2 lines with 3 columns array. Also, if you want to end the line without seeing a output, you can use like this. If you put semicolon at the end of each command, you cannot see any output. If you want to see the output at the end of the command, you don't need to put the semicolon. Now let's move to basic mathematical expressions. In Matlab, you can use addition, subtractions, multiplication, division and power. Also, it is available log function and exponential functions. Power and square root also available. Sine and cos, tan functions are also available. Those are the Matlab commands what we are using in our project. Next, move to the special variables. We cannot use those variables when we code. Pi represents the number of pi, I for imaginary unit, infinite we use INF. If we use ANS command, that will display the last result. If we use n, that is the last element of array. So you cannot use those variables when you make a code block. Next, move to the array building functions. Those are the building functions. I will show one by one in command view. If you want to clear the command window, you can type CLC and enter. Then it will clear the previous commands. If you need a m by n matrix of ones, you can type ones and you can give the dimension. Let's make 2, 3 matrix. Then output is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 by 3 matrix. If you need a 0 matrix, all the elements are zeros, then just click C, just type zeros 4, 5. It is 4, 5 matrix. All the elements are zeros. If you need an identity matrix, command is EYE and give the dimension. Let's make 5. So all the diagonal elements are 1, rest of them are zeros. This is the another important command, that is rand. Rand, let's make dimension 10, 5. If you need numbers from the uniform distribution, use rand. Then it will make 10 by 5 matrix from the uniform distribution. Rand n 10, 4. If you need numbers from Gaussian distribution, command is rand n and you can assign the dimension. Here I have assigned 10, 4. So it will give you numbers from the Gaussian distribution. Those are the important commands that we need in our projects. Except that I will introduce some more important commands. We need to use the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and power in our matrix operation when we do our project, and also sum command to sum two matrices. Also PROD, product commands for the multiplication, and minimum value, maximum value, mean, standard deviations. We can get those values using those commands. And if we need the length of a matrix, use the length command. If we need the size of matrix, you can use size command to see the size of matrix. Now let's move to the next subtopic, loops and executions. Now let's see some examples for loop and extensions. Let's go to the command window. We have two commands for iterative executions. One is for loop, second one is while loop. For loop will execute the given number of times. We use for loop when a set of operations are to be repeated a specific time. For example, for I equal 1 to 10. So I want to iterate this statement 10 times. I introduce variable xi. We multiply value of I by 5. 5 multiplied by I, and we put the n to stop the for loop and just enter. We cannot see anything. If we want to see the value of x, just type x and enter. Now we can see the values assigned to x, 5, 10, 15, so on. Next loop is while loop. We use while loop. If the condition is true, the while loop will execute. Till it meets the condition, while loop will execute. For example, while, before that, I'm using variable d. First I have to assign the variable d equal to 0, and then command is while. The condition is d less than 4. Statement is just display number 2. So, and we have to increment the d by 1, and end. Now you can see it will display number 2 4 times. That means from 0 to 3. Next I will talk about Matlab files. Matlab files, there are two types of files, scripts and functions. Let's go to the example. Script file contains set of Matlab commands. You can save and you can reuse it later. If you want to make a new script file, go to new script, then you have to name it. You can use any name and save it. I will give the name script ex. Now in script you can type any commands and you can save it, and later you can reuse it. For example, n equal 10. I will run a small program. I have another variable. I will name it fib, and it's 1 by 1 matrix. And I want to execute it several times, so I goes from 3 to n, and follow up statement. Let's store fib ith value from fib I minus 1 plus fib I minus 2. So some previous two values from the fib matrix, and end. And you have to click save button, and this will remain in the script ex file. If you want to see the output, there is a small error. You can run your script file using this command run. Okay, there is a small error here. Actually it should be 9, it should be bracket. Now everything is okay, but you cannot see the output results. From the workspace you can see the output variable fib. Those are the values assigned for fib matrix. Or if you want to see, you can type in command window and just enter. Then you can see the values assigned for fib matrix. Function is little bit different from script. Function you can use in script file. Okay, let's go for a function. It can contain inputs, execute sequence of steps, and it can return the output at the end. And you should remember, when you make a function, okay, I will explain with the example. You have to type its function, and you can see the color of text is different, and you can give any name. I want to give AVE and average X. X will come from the script file. And don't forget, you have to save your function with this name. And save it. And then write the statement AVE equal sum of X, all the elements, divide by length of X. And this is your function. So your output variable should be equal AVE, and your function name should be same like what you assign here. If you want to see the output from here, first save button. Let's go to the command window, and you need to assign the Z value. Okay, I make a variable Z1 to 99, and I want to see the average of Z. So AVE equal, we call the function average function. The name should be exactly same like function name, RAGE, and we have to send some inputs. So X means here Z, and I can enter. Because of the semicolon, I cannot see output. If you want to see the output, you can go to the workspace and you can see from here, or if you want to see the output, just enter here. Okay, it's 50. We already discussed about the Matlab file. Now I will move to the last part, that is the program output and plotting. So when we do something using Matlab, we want to see its output. So we can display it on the screen, or we can plot the data and we can see the graph. Let's go to one example. I will show you how to display something on the screen. We have a variable B. I put some value here. And I want to see the B. This is the command disp, within brackets type the variable name. It will display the values of variable B. If you want to see some characters or a set of words, you can put in hello world, like that. Hello world. Next one is plotting data. Mostly we plot data in Matlab. For example, if you want to see the sine wave, let's make variable x. So this is the increment of value x. 0 goes from 5 divided by, this is the step size, till 2 5. And y equal sine x. This is the sine function. The last, I want to see the output of sine function. We use command plot and first give the value of x-axis, that is x, and then give the values of y-axis, that is y equals sine x. So here I type the y. Enter. Then on your screen it will display this figure, sine function. Also we have to name the x-axis and y-axis. This is the command to name the axis. We use x label, x label. You can give the name of x-axis, that is value x. Also give the name of y-axis, y label, that is sine x. Enter. Now you can plot. So if you want to recall previous written command, just take the arrow from your keyboard and enter. Now see the graph. You can see the x-axis and y-axis, it's already labeled. Also you can change the properties from here. If you click on that button, then they will open a property window. So you can change the color of line. By clicking on the line, you can assign a pattern of line. Also you can give the width of line and you can change the color of line. Similarly, you can change the font size of x and y axis and also scalar values. And you can see the output by clicking this window. This is the output of sine x.